Hey, welcome to Come Out on Top with Roben Kemp. I am Roben Kemp, and this podcast is a extension of this book that I wrote called Come Out on Top: Keys to Overcoming Tough Times. And I felt led to write the book, number one, because of some things I had went through. Wasn't really thrilled about writing a book about the tough times I was going through at the time, because I just didn't want that to be the story that people associated with me. Got married in 2019, and within a year, less than a year, my husband is telling me he got married too soon. He don't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is not what I signed up for. But lo and behold, this is what he wanted. So we ended up separating initially and then eventually getting a divorce. But during that time of just working through this, God told me to write a book. And I was like, no, I ain't doing that. But then after further, consideration, want to be obedient and all those type of things, I decided to go ahead and write this book. So I wrote this book called Come Out on Top: Keys to Overcoming Tough Times, where I laid out 8 keys to help you come out on top of tough situations. Because I consider that was a tough situation. When I got married, I planned on my marriage being a one and a done. Get married, the rest of our life, we're going to be married. But lo and behold, it didn't work out that way. So I had to, get through that. So in the process of me getting through that, God told me to write this book. So I wrote this book. And I realized the number one key in helping me overcome that situation was the first key I lay out in the book is knowing who you are in God. Because I realized that because I knew who I was in God, that I was able to champion through that tough time that was occurring in my life. So that's the whole purpose of this podcast, to help people champion through tough times in their life. Because tough times will come. Everybody's going to face tough times. You might be facing a tough time right now, and you're really wondering, like, how is this going to work out? But I'm here to tell you that if you are when you know who you are in God, when you know who you are and whose you are, you know that you are a child of God, God is your Father, you understand that the Bible says in Romans 8:28, all things work out for the good of them that love the Lord and those that are called according to his purpose. So if you are a child of God, just know that this thing will work out for your good. And that's the purpose of this podcast, to help people be inspired that whatever tough time you're going through, you have everything you need on the inside of you to get through this tough time. Not only get through it, champion through it, overcome it, and become a better version of yourself as a result of it. Because the word says it will work out for your good. So it's not only going to work out, but it's going to work out for your good. You're going to be good. Something good is going to happen in your life as a result of what you're going through. So just the goal of this podcast is to have you, when you go through tough time, when something comes in your life, that your first response is going to be, okay, God, how is this going to work out for my good? Now we're not running away from tough times. We're not running to it either. But when it shows up, we prepared. We prepared to go through it. It's not going to take us down. It's not going to depress us. It's not going to cause anxiety to arise and all those type of things. No, we know that we have what we need inside of us. If it's happening, I'm equipped to handle it. So we're going to soar through. We're going to champion and soar through these tough times, and we're going to be better versions of ourselves as a result of it. And we're going to be able to turn around and help somebody else that may be going through that same thing. Because now we have the wisdom, we have the experience to help others, kind of go through those same things by sharing our testimonies. Number one, it might not happen the same way for them, but at least they can have some kind of encouragement that, hey, they got through it, I can get through it too. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to share some things. I'm going to bring on some people to share their overcoming stories, because we are going to come out on top together, because that's what we do. We're called to, do this thing together. And I want us to enjoy the journey of discovering who we really are, who God created us to be. That's part of what this podcast is about too, to really let you understand, like, who are you? Who did God create you to be? Are you walking that path that God put you on? Or do you have to be navigated back onto the path? But we're here to do that as well. If you've gotten off the path that God called you to, let's help you navigate back onto that path so you can be walking in God's perfect will for your life, and you can be doing what He's called you to do, and we can just come out on top and live the life of our dreams, because that's ultimately the goal, to live the life that God called us to live, because He said He would give us the desires of our heart. So as we obey Him and follow Him, our heart's desires are going to be given to us as well. So come and join this journey with me. Get on this journey with me so we can come out on top. We can understand who we are in God, who God created us to be. And we can just move forward, just being overcomers, learning and growing in this thing, and enjoying the journey of life, getting to know who we are, getting to know who God is, and what He's called us to do, what He's called us to be. And we can just live this life to the fullest and experience all the good things that we are put on this earth to discover and to experience. And life can be good if we want it to be. If we're willing to do the work for it to be, because it is something that we have to do. Things are just not going to happen in our lives. We have to take responsibility for our lives. That's something we're going to be talking about as well. Taking responsibility for our own lives and what, the path that we're on. How much, who really put us on that path. So getting back and tune with God and the things that He's called us to do so we can enjoy this life that He's given us. So join me on this journey. Comment, like, share. Anything you want to see, you would like to talk about, any questions you have, put it in the comments so we can talk about these things. We can go through these things together and live out and learn and grow together on this journey. So meet me here so we can come out on top together. Peace.